Came as fast as I could when I heard the news. What the heck is happening at the University of Tampa right now? Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Liv and I am currently a student at the University of Tampa, which is the reason I am making this video right now. It's come to my attention via TikTok, the literal news, and a ton of comments on Tampa's recent post that Tampa over-admitted by a large amount and is now unadmitting or unhousing a bunch of freshmen. I really wanted to make this video to help you guys find off-campus housing since you were kind of just thrown into it. Well, I just want to say sorry to all the freshmen this happened to. I can't imagine the stress that you're going through right now. I have no idea what I would do. I know when I was a freshman, I knew absolutely nothing about living off campus. Even when I had to live off campus, I didn't know what I was doing. So now that I'm going to be a senior, I have a decent amount of knowledge about how to find housing off campus and especially how to find affordable housing off campus, which could be difficult in Tampa. So I really wanted to share this with you guys because I feel terrible this happened to you, and I know if it were me, I would be looking for help. So here I am. I'm gonna try and do my best, and let's just get straight into it because we are wasting time. I know you guys have to figure this out ASAP. All right, number one, and you may already know this, is Zillow will be your best friend. Zillow is a great way to find housing in Tampa, whether it's a house itself, an apartment, anything like that. You're gonna wanna check the website Zillow and type in the area code 33606, and that will get you the housing closest to the University of Tampa campus. The first thing I'm gonna say is do not write off houses because houses, that word is becoming weird. Anyway, a house in Tampa is probably going to be cheaper than an apartment in Tampa, only because all the apartments, or most of the apartments, are fairly new, so the prices are like absolutely ridiculous and not college friendly prices at all, along with the fact that houses are less expensive. Usually you can split them with more people, which makes the prices more inexpensive and more affordable for a college student. Another tip that I will say is yes, apartments are typically dumb expensive in Tampa. So one alternative you can do is get a one house or two room or something like that, talk to the tenant or whoever it may be, and make those rooms double. If you were a freshman, you'd be living in a double anyway. So if you're gonna live in an apartment, make rooms doubles and then split the price, and then there you go. It's less expensive. Okay, I'm quickly going to give you the rundown of the top places that I know of that Tampa students typically live in once they get to off-campus housing. So if you choose one of these places, you will likely be with a bunch of other University of Tampa students. Number one place is Isla, which is located on the streets between Newport and Delaware. It's literally right across from the University of Tampa lacrosse field, and it is all University of Tampa students. I lived here last year. I'm not going to be living here this year again. However, a ton of University of Tampa students still do, and it pretty much is like a dorm that's right off campus. It's townhouses, it's really nice, and it's 3-person living, and compared to other places in Tampa, it is way more affordable, so I definitely recommend checking out Isla, although the one downside is it fills up extremely quickly, so there may not be any spots left. Still worth checking because you never know. I know some people last minute move out, so definitely check Isla. Next place I'm going to be talking to is Vintage Loft at West End. This is another apartment complex that is located right next to campus. You can literally bike to campus if you live here. It is a little bit more expensive than Isla was, but I believe it's less expensive than most apartments. Anyway, it's super conveniently located, so in the end, you're saving the money that you would be spending on gas, living somewhere further by living at Vintage. Plus, it has a pool, basically all University of Tampa students, so you kind of get that dorm experience, dorm feel. And when I lived at Isla, I would always go over to the Vintage pool, so the pool is really nice. And don't freak out because a lot of the time, Tampa apartments open up over the summer, so the reason it says there's none available is just because they're not open yet. So they will be opening up throughout the summer, so make sure you keep checking the Vintage website. Another apartment complex that is located extremely close to campus and is fairly reasonably priced is Bleecker Apartments, which is located also right across from HBC, which is a bar that a lot of UT students go to. So look into Bleecker Apartments. It's pretty new, pretty nice, has a pool, has everything you need, and is basically all UT students. So again, is like another off-campus dorm. So make sure you look into Bleecker. Moving right along, another apartment that I've heard a lot of University of Tampa students living there is Thomasia, which is also located somewhat near campus. It's a little bit further away, but the prices make it worth it. One of the most affordable apartments, I would say, if you're living off campus. I believe it's like $700 a person, which you don't usually find in Tampa. I know that sounds like a lot, but trust me, Tampa's extremely expensive and that's not that bad. The next apartment off the top of my head is Visconti, which is again a little bit further from campus, but a little bit more affordable than most apartments. Not much to say about this one because I don't know too many people who lived there, but I did know a handful of students who did, and from my knowledge, they liked it there. Had a nice pool, had a nice atmosphere, was a little bit further from campus, but because of the price, it was worth it. Probably the most expensive that I know of is Altis, not really sure how it's meant to be pronounced. I believe it's Altis, is extremely conveniently located, but just so expensive. However, this apartment is so lush and so luxury. They have a bowling alley inside, they have a rooftop pool and hot tub, which is extremely nice. I've been there, it's insane. And they have all of these extra amenities. It's absolutely insane. So you definitely get the most out of what you're paying for. It's probably not what you're looking at if you're a freshman at the University of Tampa, but if you can afford it, definitely look at Altis because it is right across the street from University of Tampa dorms. So it's practically like living in a dorm on campus, but insanely nicer. So that's Altis. Those are the main go-to places that I know of students living in off campus, just off the top of my head. I have a ton of people in my sorority group chat talking about it right now and sending housing ideas so we can spread the word of places that you guys can live. So I'm gonna go ahead and write out a list of places, including the ones that I already mentioned, that you guys should check out to live off campus. Again, I'm so sorry this happened to you guys and I wish you the very best of luck. I am willing to help you guys out in any way I possibly can. I am your Tampa big sister. I'm here to help. So reach out to me. Do not be afraid. I don't bite and I try to respond as fast as I can. All right guys, that is all for today. I really hope that this video helped calm you down a little bit or help at least give you some options to explore. And again, don't worry too much because a lot of apartments will be opening up throughout the summer. So make sure you keep checking very frequently at all the different websites of the apartments that I said, and just keep your eye out, keep refreshing, ask your roommates, take shifts and who's gonna check this week if an apartment opened. Yeah, that's really all you can do unless you transfer, which honestly with that I wouldn't even blame you because that is ridiculous that happened to you guys. I can't even believe it happened. I saw that it was all over the news and I was just shocked because what the heck. I have no idea if this has to do with COVID is the reason it got all screwed up and wonky, but yeah, to be honest, housing has never been the best at Tampa, which is probably the biggest downside I would say as a student at UT, is that housing is extremely annoying and competitive. Either way, off-campus housing is available. Keep checking and I wish you guys the best of luck. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and maybe subscribing. And I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy. I will see you next week. Bye.